Hello, angels. Welcome back to another episode of Haven Talks. This is season 4,
Wow.
and we are trying something different. You know what I'm
This is
saying?
new.
This
This is
is
new.
new. Rod, I'm liking this. Working from home, yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm still in the studio, as y'all know, but Raj is at home, and we're just trying this
Um,
experience to see, like, if you want to get some international guests, how
how
it'll
to? Oh,
work.
oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
So
Yeah.
not stressing to find someone in the UK to come and see us. If you've got people internationally, nationally, who want to
Yeah,
join, it will be so exciting.
they can
So
do that basically.
I hope you guys like this setup. So this will probably be something that we'll do every so often when we have some guests that can't physically be with us in the studio. So today's episode is just myself, Chloe Alexandra, and my co-host today is
It's me, your boy Ravan.
yes. And hopefully Wi-Fi will not fail us through this
Please.
process. Please,
Yeah,
Virgin, BT, Sky, please
please do not disappoint us today.
don't
Not
disappoint us.
today.
Not today, honey. But yeah, so obviously we have our own lives and we were just talking before we press play. And like we were like, shit, let's talk about the situation because we've been seeing that pattern recently. Not with me, thank God, but with people that we know.
Never be
It
us.
can
Never be us.
So we're talking about relationships. I know, don't roll your eyes, but this aspect of relationships that why you
It's
rolling your
very
eyes?
important.
It's very important.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel extra sassy today. I'm just loving this new setup. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about going back to your ex.
Can I roll my eyes now? I should be rolling my eyes.
Yeah, roll it. Okay, let's roll it. 3, 2, 1. Did I do it properly?
I told you.
Anyway,
Anywho.
anywho, going back to our ex. Now,
Yeah.
the poll right now that I want to ask you, Raj, have we done it before? Say I if you have, and say nay if you haven't, Raj.
Nay.
Have I? Fuck no. Actually, no. Wait, hold on. Okay, I have once. Okay, like they cheated and then they broke up, then you got back together, that type of vibe. Yeah. So yeah, let me not act like I haven't done it before. I have, but I've learnt my lesson. I'll never do it again. So the top, what? What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, I
Yeah.
feel like I have, but at the same time, I don't want to say I have.
Why not?
But anyways, yeah, continue. We'll get to
So
the gist in a bit.
okay, cool. So going back to your ex, how I feel about the situation, I'm a bit torn. Not 50-50, I would say 70-30. 70% of me, as you know, 80-20, because 80% of me is like X is for expired. Why are you going back there?
Aha,
Do
exactly.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 20% is just like, I know how it feels to be in love with somebody and how hard it is to make that final decision to end it. It could be you've been with them for 6 months or 5 years, but it doesn't matter how, it depends on the scale of the love that you have for that person. And it's so difficult because you will try and measure up the pros and the cons of your relationship, when the good times were, when the bad times were. And then you're a human being. You want that touch, that everything. Do you know what I mean? And that's your person. That's your personal person. So it's really hard
Very hard.
it's very hard to move on. But in terms of the situation that we were talking about, I think you should give a tiny bit more context. Vague, but a bit of context. Go ahead, Raj. The tables for you.
Floor's mine.
Yeah, the floor's yours.
Basically, I don't want to like give out too much information because again, this just happened very recently, so the fire is still firing. You know what I mean? So I don't want to add any oil to it. But anyways, it's like a friend of mine, basically was in a relationship, and the reason why they ended that relationship was because of a reason which, according to me and another friend, was that okay? Come on, like you know, sometimes when they give the reasons to end it, you're like, come on, like we all know what's fishy. Anywho,
Yeah.
they ended it. Cool. That friend was never a good friend in a sense where when that person needed us, they'll approach us. Otherwise, they're nowhere to be found. So when they have something to tell us, they're like, "Oh yeah, this happened, that happened, that happened, that happened," and that's it. But what about us? What about when we have things to share? Who do we go to? They were not there. Anywho, so the friendship kind of like ended long time ago, but now they've decided to remove us from Instagram.
Ooh, wait.
So my friend was this is my close friend, Faris. He messaged me, he was like, "Oh, can you go and check so and so's Instagram?" And I'm here thinking they must have something stupid, you know. I can't be
like, what's that all about?
Well, yeah. So I went onto it eventually, and turns out that the person removed me. So they're all private and stuff. They not only removed me, but they they unfollowed me, but they also removed me from their Instagram. So like obviously you have to do it twice, isn't it? You have to unfollow someone and then you have to remove them from your story.
Oh, is that deep? Yeah.
The thing is, bruv, I'm not in high school. I'm not in secondary school. I don't like this follow and follow, follow and follow. Like if I don't chat to you, you're just gonna be there for the rest of my life. Watch my things by force. I'm not gonna.
I think for me, it depends on what the situation is. If it's like you violated, you gotta fuck off me. I don't want to see anything identity. But if it's not even that deep, like I don't know. Sometimes people like to block. Sometimes people don't. I don't think it depends on the person. So maybe in that situation, that's what that person wants to do. But circling back to the topic at hand, what does the ex have to do with this situation?
Right. So when they remove me, obviously you can still check and see who's following them. You know, mutuals. Now tell me why I'm seeing the ex. Ex is following the person. I'm like, ooh, okay. Now the reason why this is a topic is because when the friendship was going down the hill, I went out of my way to message the ex and check up on the ex.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I don't know if this classifies me as a bad friend, but excuse me, I have justification. They were never a good friend to begin with. And the reason why I approached the ex is because I genuinely wanted to check upon them, because I knew my friend has given a stupid reason you can think of to break up. So I just wanted to make sure that this person was okay. That's the only intention I approached them. Be like, how are you? Like, is everything okay?
Okay, so the diagram of this is that you have a friend that was with somebody else.
Yeah.
Your friend mistreated their partner. In whatever way. I don't care for the situation. And because obviously you two were friends, you were obviously friends with the ex at one point, right? Or you knew that person on every now and then, I'm assuming.
Yeah. We met a couple of times.
So the friendship ended. So before your friend initially blocked you and did all the Instagram shit, you reached out to your friend's ex to see if they're okay about the situation. Now, you're saying that, listen, your friend treated them badly. Like, I can see the genuineness in it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Because I know you and you're my best mate. And I know, you never have any malicious behind it.
Nothing
but
at all.
If an outsider's looking in and seeing the situation, not knowing who you are, I'll be thinking, like, I don't even care how bad the friend treated that person. At that time, you had loyalty to your friend. The hell yeah, messaging his ex, the fuck, to find out, are you sure you were checking up on him, or did you want to know the tea? What was it? Is that you wanted to know the tea, honey?
Listen, I'm trying to be. I have an image. Please continue.
You got an image. You got an image to clean up, honey. Because I know you, Raj. Even though I know you're not malicious, you loved gossip. You loved
gossip.
You loved the drama.
I just wanted to know why they ended. Okay, I'm gonna put it out there. I just wanted to know. And the reason why is because, guys, the backstory is I was in love with this friend. I fell in love with him. Not the ex, but actual friend. Yeah. So I was like,
yeah.
So I don't know if this is me going back to my ex, which is but I just want to know, like, obviously my friend gave me the reason why they ended, but again, I just didn't agree with it. So I just wanted to make sure that is actually the reason. But turns out it is a reason, but now they're following each other, so I don't know what's happening.
That's why, like, for me, like, when it comes to like my friends, this is still within the same topic, guys. So when it comes to my friends and they have like situations, and let's say the relationship is actually like a full-blown relationship, and that we know the boyfriends and we know the girlfriends, everyone knows each other, and my friend has an argument with their partner, I don't get involved. The person I'm loyal to will come to me and be like, Chloe, I'm pissed off, he or she did this, and I'll advise him as a friend. But in terms of me saying, hi, what did you do to my... I don't get involved, because 2 seconds later, they will get back together, and who looks like a frog? Is it not me?
Right,
because
now me.
The boyfriend or the girlfriend fucking hates my guts, because I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm doing great for them, and then you guys get back together 2 seconds later. And I think that's a very difficult position for friendships. I feel like it's not similar to what you were doing, because it was like a double mission to find out if he's actually okay, and just to find out and see, you know?
Yeah.
But I do see the intention of actually like being like, okay, like what happened? Were you thinking, okay, when you found out the tea, or when he asked if he was okay, were you going to do anything with that information? If you found if he was okay, did you want to help, or like just see? What was your intention behind that?
When I reached out to them, obviously they were very, very happy, because I feel like when you're in a situation when you break up with your partner, obviously one of those things in your head is like, oh my God, what have they told, you know, their friends about me, and what have they told their family about me? You know what I mean? You always have that back of your mind. So when I approached them, they're like, I'm so happy you reached out to me, because I didn't know what you were thinking about me. I didn't know what he told you. I said to him, I was like, look, I'm not going to tell you what he said to me, because that's where I kept that friendship trust. As I'm going to tell you what they said to me. But all I would say is I'm reaching out, because obviously this was your first love, first experience, first everything, you know. I just wanted to make sure that you're okay, because when it's first, oh boy.
Yeah.
So he was like, nah, but they were really happy. And I think I didn't just got the tea and I left. I stayed there. I approached them regularly, checked up on them. They messaged me regularly, checked up on me. So I think it kind of it turned into, eventually was going to be a friendship, which I don't know if it is going to be now. But, it's like a mutual thing from both sides. You know what I mean? We were both like okay with this thing going. And we both actually had a discussion. We're like, okay, what about if them two come back together? What happens? And then I think, obviously, I told him, I was like, look, when it comes to a friend, that person is no longer my friend, because that person has never been available for me emotionally, mentally, physically, you know what I mean? So it's a very selfish person that you would approach me when you need me, but when I need you, you're not there as a friend.
Makes sense. There's one-sided friendship. Tell me about it.
It's a one-sided friendship. So I was like, I'm over it anyways. So if it turns out you guys are together, I'll be happy for you. But I did say to him, I was like, look, I'm not going to lie. You can get something a lot better than this, you know.
I hear you. Well, Z just entered the chat.
Oh, where is she?
Let's see if she's available. Hi guys, so Z has just entered the chat. We wasn't expecting her this early, but she's here now. Yeah. And Z, before we continue our conversation, what do you feel about this new setup that we're trying out?
I actually do love it. I absolutely love it. Like the fact that we all have like busy schedules and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
this works out on the days that we're not able to come to the studio or like
exactly. I just thought it would be a good idea. This by the way, guys, we're soft launching this at Haven Talk Studios as well. So if you're thinking of doing a virtual thing, we do it here, i.e. like this, my sound quality is going to be 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Got mics going on and everything like that. So for us, I also announced on our Instagram page, I know this is going to be posted in a couple of weeks, but this season has been very chip choppy, and literally it's because of logistics, it's because of busy schedules, it's because of excessive workload, and it's just hard for me and us as a team to keep up with things. So we really am sorry for the way this season is going ahead, but we are here, we are recording, we are posting when we can. So we think that this method of recording will now be introduced when we have busy periods.
Yeah,
100%.
Which will be more often.
Exactly. And then also we can have international guests and national guests. And
that'll be nice.
It'll be so much fun.
I think that's the thing though. I feel like when you're reaching out to people, obviously sometimes the location can be a bit of a problem, a bit of a stretch. You know, sometimes like when you get international guests, tickets, hotels, I'm sorry,
train,
stay home. We'll send you a link, just join.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah. So just to get you up to speed, Z. So we're talking about going back to your ex, and then Raj was explaining a situation that he is recently in and how we feel about it in general. So the situation Raj brought in, the people. Hopefully, with the way I explain it, you'll just be like, oh, yeah. We for the free. I
Okay.
understand.
All right.
So but the only name that has been mentioned is Faris. Hey, Faris.
Hey,
So
Paris.
so Faris and Raj has been unfollowed
Okay.
and I think blocked. Am I correct?
Unfollowed everywhere.
Unfollowed everywhere from a particular person that Raj was in love with about 2 years ago. Are you following me?
I'm
All
following.
right.
I'm following. I'm following.
All right, cool.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
That's exactly what Chloe said.
What did I say? I said you. I need to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're not serious. So okay. So that's what's happening. Now Raj just took us back a step before the blocking happened, because this happened, I think, today or yesterday, between the last 2 days or so.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, Raj contacted that particular person's ex to see, his reasoning is to see if he was okay. And obviously I had to probe him a bit, because I'm like, no, yes, number one, you were checking if he's okay, but two, you're trying to find out the real tea.
Oh, you love
Okay.
a good gist, right?
You like what, did I not say that?
Yeah,
I said,
you-
Raj loves the tea.
You love a good
Be
gist,
honest.
bro. Yeah, you
Guys,
love
Yeah.
bad.
Be
It's
honest.
actually bad.
Okay. So, and then we kind of use that situation to segue into how a friend's involvement in someone's relationship
Yeah.
can kind of like
Mess things up even more.
mess things up even more. And then I went on to say, like, if my friend has an issue, is going through issues with their partner, I won't like go to the partner and be like, what's up? My friend will come to me venting as normal, and I will give my advice. I'm not getting involved, because it's 9 out of 10 times they will get back together, and I look
Yeah.
like the demon to the person, and it's just all awkward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my first question to you is that do you have the same opinion, or do you feel otherwise? Or explain how you feel about people going back to your exes. My opinion was that I was torn 80-20. So 80% no, you shouldn't go back to your exes, but 20 being I have done that before and I know how I felt in that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you feel about that?
I'm trying to think if I've done it before. I probably have, but I don't remember who or where.
Mm.
I am not gonna lie. I'm trying to like think. I'm trying to.
I'm just trying to scan the catalog of
This is the
Yeah. No,
which one?
which one are we on?
I'm actually trying to think, and I feel like the only person I wanted to, like, we didn't work out, so we didn't really get back together. So I don't think I have. Correct me
Okay.
if I'm wrong, guys, but you know about all my
Would
situations.
you though? That's the
Would
question.
you?
Though.
Yeah, would you?
I think like now that I've matured, I've like healed from like my past. There's a lot of things that I've learned as a person, and there's like a lot of growth within me, and there's like certain things that I would not accept. So I personally don't think I'll go back.
Fair.
Yeah, and I think that like when it comes to like friendships and like being in between like friends and stuff like that, I personally don't like it, because I've been in the situation like that, and like my relationship went left. Like, Chloe, you probably know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there was a middle person between us, and like every single time I'll go speak to that person about a certain situation, she will relate it. Or if he goes to speak to her about a certain situation, she'll come and tell me like so like it's just never a good thing, like
Balance,
for a friend to be in
Involved,
middle like
yeah.
a relationship. Like, and I always tell you guys, like, we can kiki ka like the only about your relationship, but the only thing I'll like, if your partner disrespect you to a certain level, that's the only time I'll step in as a friend. Like, you know what I mean? But when it comes to like between you guys, like Chloe said, you always go back. You never know the communication or whatever love that you guys might be feeling at that time. So no,
Because that's what we touched on as well. We touched on the fact that some exes go back, so it also goes down to why they ended their relationship as well.
Yeah.
People ended like on good terms, some people bad term, like
Bad terms, yeah. So it does depend
Yeah.
on why they ended as well.
I
Because
think there's always context that needs to be explained as to why people go back to
explained,
their
yeah.
ex. But what I did say was, it's like, even if you break up, you'll miss them. All of that is there, but the moment you get back with them, I don't think it matters what the situation is. You are quickly reminded as to why you
Yeah,
broke up with them in the
always.
first place.
And I feel like with me, the reason why I don't go back is if I cry, that's it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I sit down and I cry about a person and, like, you know, I do that heavy cry,
It's
like
over.
deep down, I might have feelings for you, but it's over. Like, in my head, we're done.
I need to be like you when I grow up, because I'm a weakling when it comes to that shit.
Not. I can quickly dismiss somebody. I don't care how I
That's
feel
what I
about
mean.
you. Once you disrespect me, it's game over.
Word to that.
Yeah.
Word to
But
that.
also Chloe's announced that, you know, she's no longer a single Pringle. That Pringle has been eaten. It's been months.
Oh,
It's
my
been-
good sis is off the market. My
You
good
can't
sis is
find me, ho. I'm not in the streets no more. They collect me. Ew. Like,
She said I left
Yeah.
you guys behind.
goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
She said bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
No, and I deserve to be fucking gassed. You know what I've been through, mate?
That's
Jesus.
No.
I
I love that. I love that for you. Look at how you look like you're grinning your face.
I've been grinning, guys.
See, but,
And
but the thing is, like, this actually goes back to people, because I don't want to name people, but there were a lot of people when Chloe was like, "Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that." People were like, "Oh yeah, don't you think the standards too high, bitch?" The standards were high. Look
I'm
at
sorry,
her, she's got
I've
it.
hit every single standard. I don't give a
Hey.
damn. If you wanna basic motherfucker, you get that basic motherfucker.
Baby.
I ain't got no basic motherfucker. Do you understand? So it's just them ones where, like, if that's what you want, that's fine. And that's the point. Like, you guys need to start respecting people's standards and expectations. Because that's what Rod said. Do you know how many times people said, Chloe, you can't have that. You can't have this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he has everything on my list. But you have to make a compromise somewhere. But you can't go into something not having any expectations of somebody. I'm so sorry.
Because I think
At all.
what people are telling you is, every time you tell them what every time you tell them what the standards are,
Raj, we cannot see anymore. What happened?
can you not see me at all?
It's dark. Turn on the light, nigga.
1 second. Sorry, guys. I've got some technical light
Technical difficulties. We have tech.
But I feel like every
Okay.
time Chloe used to always tell people, "Oh, I want this, I want that." I've heard so many times people actually have shut her off.
We've had it
Put
on
her
season.
down.
Remember season 1?
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to that podcast that came on. Not gonna lie, they're lit. The whole conversation was lit, but there was a segment when these fellas were trying their absolute hardest.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was in a malicious tone. Don't get me wrong, right? But there was a point where I was just trying to defend myself, my honor, y'all. And I'm just like, no. This is what I want for myself. If that's not what you want for you, that's fine. If that's too high for you, that's okay.
That's not.
But I want it for myself because I have it. My thing, the way I measure people's expectations, and not everyone measures it the same. If I can offer what I want, why not? Because I'm that already.
Yeah. Why can I not expect the same back?
It's not like I was asking for something that's not realistic because I am the model of my expectations.
Period.
No. Let's bring some wisdom into it. Let's sprinkle some wisdom.
Speak, my sister, speak.
Let's sprinkle some. If I am the model of my own expectations, why can I not have it when there's I'm the living truth of it?
That you said.
You know, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. That's one thing I don't do in this life. I speak with what I know. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that is that. So you should respect it. What I don't like, and I think in that pod or in a conversation somewhere, I've mentioned when like I will see online, I think it was like a viral TikTok. You see when I have all these like TikTok arguments. And a girl wanted to be flown to Paris for a first date or some shit like that or whatever, right? And all the man them in the comments was like, why? Why does she deserve it? Because she can do it for herself. Have you thought about that? If she can do it for herself, why can't she expect someone else to do it for her?
Exactly.
Or be able to do that for her? As simple as that. So, I mean,
like basically you're a true example of
your expectation,
Ne-
and that's
expectations.
and
Yeah, never let down your bars. You know, never let
exactly.
down
And
your
I solely believe that's how people should measure themselves. But remember that Twitter video? No, it was a TikTok video. It was a girl. She had like a red wig, and she was wearing like silvery colors, and she was just chatting shit. Like, how do you expect? You need a high maintenance. She was comparing.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I
Do you
think we
remember?
spoke about it. We spoke about it
Yeah,
as well.
she was comparing the clean girl aesthetic with the high maintenance girl or something like that.
Yeah.
Whilst wearing Pretty Little Thing stuff. Don't get it wrong, me, I love Pretty Little Thing. This is Pretty Little Thing.
I love that, mate.
It's Pretty Little Thing. But you cannot be speaking like you're an elite babe when you're on a Tesco budget. It wasn't making sense. Now, I'm not saying that people who don't have much cannot get a rich guy or whatever they want, someone in elite status, because we see it every day.
I feel like what you put out there is what you get as well. Because I'm sorry,
100%.
you're actually gonna, you do realize you put that video, you've taken your precious time out to make this video and put it on the internet. Guess
Lipstick,
what?
mini skirts, everything. No,
You're gonna get people who is as loud as you, you know, have their own opinions. They probably won't even listen to you, just like how you probably don't listen to other people. Like, it's like you attract your own self.
and I think this is like what I'm about to say applies to all types of conversations. Sometimes I find it strange how certain people think. Right? Podcast, the world itself is a free world. Everyone has an opinion for everything, but there's certain things that we should just all agree on.
Yeah.
And in this particular conversation, when it comes to like going back to your exes, X is for expired.
I was about to say, agree to the words out of my mouth.
Do you know what I mean?
Literally.
If you have both, or you as an individual decided to leave that situation for whatever reason, you did it for you. Why are you going back? Why do you need to go back?
It's the fact that you get the courage to actually collect your belongings, your heart, your broken heart, you put it into, you know,
The suitcase.
pieces and you go.
You're holding like this.
Yeah. Good for
But then again, I feel like even if the other person has left you, let's say you weren't the one who, you know, packed your bags and left. If the other person, let's say, left the relationship, why have some self-respect, you know? I understand love is love. I get it.
Yeah, I think the barrier is love, and love is a dangerous motherfucker. That's what Beyonce says in love. Beyonce's been dangerously in love, drunk in love, crazy in love. She's always in love because love is the key word. Love is scary.
It's
scary,
a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. It's a catch-22. It could be good, it could be bad, and that's the barrier. So, as people who are in love, Raj,
yeah,
I'm not there yet, but have been in love.
We walked that road.
Yeah, we walked that path.
We
walked that path. I know how it felt in that moment when I decided to leave that person. But for me, it took a couple tries. So I can't sit here and be hypocritical. But what I do know, with that one experience I had, I will never do it again. It's not worth it. It just isn't. It's just not worth your energy, your time, your emotions, because every time you go back to them, it's another wahala that you have to deal with to leave them again.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it at all.
It just comes with so much disrespect as well, because I feel like once you go back, that person, like as much as you love them or they say they want you back, the respect is not there. I feel like on their side and your side, because me, I'll just look at you like a frog. Like, sorry, no.
Look at
like I'll just be looking at you, like reminiscing on everything you've done to me. And you know what? I realized why, like, you know, this killer show.
Love it.
Like,
love it. Carry on.
Yeah, like me too. But like, you know, and I've realized that's why people get mad, because like I've given you a chance, yeah. You sit here, you disrespect me again. Like I'm not gonna punch your face.
I will give you guys a small snippet. These guys know what happened that made me snap, because the disrespect was crazy. So this is after I got back. This is my second time getting back with him, right? And it was Valentine's Day 2020. That's when I just said, okay, fuck this shit. I saw red. I understood when I watched episodes For My Man. or I killed my husband. In that moment, I fucking got it. Okay. I got it because do you know what this ringworm said to me?
Chloe, no, for my money.
No, like, do you know what this whatless individual said to me? He
God.
said, "Look at you. No one will ever love you like me." My head spun. You see like the exorcism when the head starts spinning.
Yeah.
Mind you,
No, because if I spin your jaw right now, they'll call me a crazy one.
Oh, what jaw? There will be no jaw.
the jaw's gone. They
Broken.
didn't transplant.
Mm.
My head absolutely spun because in my head I'm thinking, why did it have to take this for you to realize, Chloe? Do you understand? You cheated on me multiple times. In terms of affection, I felt like it was one-sided to a certain extent.
Yeah.
He's been doing all of this, and I had to wait till this whatless, uneducated, stupid individual, said to me, Emily's daughter, Mama Emily's daughter, that's
Mama,
no man,
Emily.
no man. I said, God, Chloe, you have chopped insulted this life.
Wait, was that the day you called me?
Yeah, because everything was getting trashed in that hotel room. Yeah.
No, I'm laughing because
I think that's probably the lowest I've ever seen Chloe.
The eyes saw red. Like they could have arrested me that day.
Get the red flags. The sky was
I called
red.
Z, and I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here. Book me a cab now." And after that day, I've never laid eyes on him again. What year are we in? That's 2020. What year are we in now?
23.
23.
And I'm living my best life, baby.
Living my best life. Hey, look at it. You got a new man. Ooh.
Hey. Talking about new man Z, you got any?
Are you deep in it? We got an in-law. We got a
That's crazy.
Literally,
I never thought the
imagine.
day would come.
And it came.
Yeah. We are
It's
in-law.
arrived.
Are they stupid? Are they
No.
Yeah.
I would say it's beginning stages now. I give him his flowers for what he's done so far, and I really do hope and pray that it works out the way it needs to. If it
work
doesn't,
out by 5 by 4.
do you get? If it doesn't, I'll give you an update next episode. Sorry, I'm back. Hello,
Back on the
It's me
street.
again.
on the streets.
I'm back on the streets, baby.
Oh God, Roger, what were you gonna say?
I really like how open you are as well.
Yeah, man.
I was like, I used to on the streets. What's happening?
Let's not even talk about that one. I beg.
Who, me?
Yeah.
If I say you cry for me, my brother.
That's okay. I think that just for not on the pod.
On the pod.
That's not-
Okay.
It's
You
not
cry,
podcast.
you cry for me. We sit here instead of talking, we just cry.
It's not on the
Yeah.
pod gist. It's not on the pod gist. I'm actually forgetting that we're on a podcast.
Okay.
This is so different. I feel like I'm on.
so comfortable.
It just feels like we're having like a normal conversation.
A FaceTime
I'm really,
conversation.
really liking this, and I can't wait to have guests on here.
Yeah, I love
Virtually
it.
and everything. So let me just do a quick shout out for Haven Talk Studios. Hey guys, hey angels, hey new listeners, hey everyone that is watching us. This is a smidget little ad for Haven Talk Studios. I'm Chloe Alexandra, CEO of Haven Talk Studios, and we are launching a new service. As you can see, I'm currently filming an episode with my co-host for our Haven Talks pod, and we have a new virtual service. As you can hear, sound quality is always 10 out of 10. Quality here is 1080p. We'll be having a premium version of 4K. Okay, and we'll be launching this on the 30th of September. So stay tuned. Okay, stay tuned.
See that bell icon, the bell icon. Press it.
Press the bell icon on YouTube and everything like that. If you want to know more information for pre-launch and if you want to register your interest on this, just hold tight. Dates will be out shortly, and I really appreciate everyone's support so far with the studio because it's been doing absolutely amazing. So yeah, just wanted to add that in this pod. But yeah, okay, thank you. I just want to conclude this episode by saying I think everyone should just have their conclusion onto how they feel. I think we all kind of feel the same about going back to their ex. It's a no from me. I think sometimes you need to learn for you to understand. There's some lessons that you don't want to learn, but I do feel like as a young person, male or female, or whatever you represent as, should experience it. Because I feel like for me, what I gain from it is self-worth. And it made me realize that I don't deserve anybody's stress. Nobody's son can stress me out again. I'm not doing it anymore. That's just me.
Yeah.
Raj, Z, how do you feel about the situation?
Oh, go on,
do
Z.
you wanna go first?
No, it's okay. Ladies first.
I definitely agree with you, Chloe. I feel like everybody should experience it, but when you go back, don't be a fool, because like you need to pick out all the red flags and you need to think of the reason to why you left in the first place. Because as much as we say, oh, they're gonna change, there's no person that's gonna change if they don't want to.
Exactly.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you need to know your self-worth. You need to take time, heal, you know, and like, yeah, just know your worth, because no one can take me for an idiot now. I know. I know what I want. I know the type of like things I'm looking out for, the red flags. If I catch it, I bin it. That means you're going in the bin to yourself.
Ew. Those bin.
Yeah, so like honestly, that's it from my side.
Cool. Raj?
I'm losing my voice. I just want to say, I feel like when you're in a relationship, try and love yourself and put yourself first when you're in that relationship, because nothing's permanent. You know what I mean? Eventually, this one day is going to come where this person will leave you, probably from this world, or you know, any circumstances. You know what I mean? Like it's not permanent. They're not going to stay with you forever. So when you are going to be alone, just know that you're there, you have yourself at least, because I feel like a lot of times the reason why people go back to their ex is because they feel so lonely. And that word, the word lonely, holds so much pain, holds so much feelings, holds a lot of negative, not negative, but down low side. So like, just, you know, love yourself, put yourself first when you're in a relationship, just so that you know when that person leaves you, if it ever comes to that point, you know, you got yourself to rely on.
And another thing I realized, like, when you're in the relationship here, don't forget your friends. I'm not gonna lie to you, because like it's like certain people, when they get in the relationship, they forget that there's other people around them. Like, and when you get to in the position of like you have literally no one, like you're heartbroken. There's no friends.
There's no family.
Your parents, and you can't even talk to your
family,
parents about your heartbreak. Like,
honestly,
you know what I mean? Like,
because very difficult.
Don't lose yourself.
Don't lose your
relationship
friends
within that relationship, because girl,
and we're seeing it. It's facts. We've lived it, so we're not just chatting shit. Again, as I say, we speak on experience only. Don't lose your friend for a man or for a gal.
God forbid.
Okay? Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna conclude the pod here. I'm just in awe of this setup. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, I'm loving it. Thank you guys for watching season 4, episode 9 of Haven Talks, and we'll be back next week, maybe. I don't know. I already told you guys at the beginning of this, the logistics of things, but hopefully we're back in action in Motion of Weekly. But we'll see you on a Tuesday at 6 p.m. Thank you.
See you guys.
For listening.
Love.
Bye. Much love. Bye.
Insurance is their husband.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
without the husband, they have nothing at all. Not even a surname. Imagine,
Yeah.
that's like not even a name for their own.